Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Rachel, and today I'm going to be doing a tag video, as you probably already know from the title, but a little announcement is that I'm going to be doing tag videos for the rest of the year, which I know is only like a few more weeks, but I'm going to be doing it for until the end of the year, probably a little bit more into January, because I want to make sure they're going to be centered around, there's going to be tag videos centered around what I think and stuff about me, so that you guys are able to learn more stuff about me and you guys will be more familiar with me, so it's not just like stranger talking to you. So without further ado, let's get on to the tag. So today's tag, I'm going to be doing the 7 deadly sins of reading. And if you don't know what this is, it is a tag video that was kind of adapted from the makeup tag 7 deadly sins. And what it is that there's each 7 sins, and there's like a question for each of them, and you just gotta pick a book to the question, which brings me to the reason why we are standing in front of this lovely thing right here. This is my bookshelf. Yes, I have books everywhere, sort of, and it's very crammed, and that is the reason why I will be getting another one Christmas, and so that's why I haven't done a bookshelf tour yet. I know I probably should have done one already, but I'm going to wait until after Christmas until I get the new one, and when I'm going to be getting more books and all that kind of stuff, so you guys can wait for that sometime in January, February. So, like I said, there's questions about it, and I'll post the questions in the info box down below, and you guys can look at there so you can see the questions on your own, so you can do the tag on your own. And please, if you do the tag, please, like, post a link down below or something in the comments, or like tweet the link to me so that I can find it, because I would love to watch you guys do your own versions of this tag. So, first sin is greed, and the question to go along with that is, what is your most expensive book and what is your least expensive book? I'm going to say my most expensive book is City of Heavenly Fire, and this is just the jacket because my friend is currently borrowing it, and I don't like to give out jackets just because I don't want them to get messed up. So yes, because City of Heavenly Fire I think was like $27, but I got it at Walmart for only like $25, I think, or like somewhere right around there. So I know I did get it cheaper, like a few dollars cheaper at Walmart, but yes, it's probably my most expensive book that I own right now. Not including like box sets and stuff. Well, I guess yeah, even with the box set, because I have a Lord of the Rings and a Hobbit box set. And I think even with that, because I think that one was only $22, so I think, yeah, even with that, this one book was more expensive. So. And for my least expensive book, I'm going to go with Fairy Wars by Herbie Brian. I don't know. I have not read this book. I don't even know anything about this. I got this at Edward McKay for only $3.60. Because Edward McKay is amazing. It is a used bookstore. If you don't know, I will be doing a video on that later. So you can wait for that, but I love Edward McKay. It's so awesome. But yeah, the reason why I got this is because they had the, you can't see because it's out of frame, but they had the first one, the second one, and the third one, which was a cover change, obviously, which I kind of wish they had the third one in this cover, because I really do, I think I like these covers better than this one. But yeah, so they had the first 3, and I thought it was only a trilogy, but then I look on the back and I see that. So apparently there's at least one more in here. But yeah, so that would be the least expensive book. Alright, the next question, or the next sin, is wrath. And this is which author do you have a love-hate relationship with? I am going to go with the lovely Mr. Rick Riordan? I can't remember which one it was. I used to pronounce it one way, and then I realized his name was pronounced the other way, and so I can never remember which way is the actual correct way to pronounce his last name. But yes, the author of the Percy Jackson series and the Kane Chronicles, and I think there's a few more series that he does, but those are his like 2 most popular series. And the spin-off series to the Percy Jackson, which is the Heroes of Olympus. But, yes, I'm gonna say that I have a love-hate relationship with him, because I love his writing, and I love his books and everything, but I hate how much of a troll he is. Like, it is insane. Like for instance, the dedication page for the House of Hades. Now, if you don't know, please, if you're reading the series, skip ahead like 30 seconds or something. Like, do not listen to this, because this will be a spoiler if you are reading this right now. I'm telling you right now, this is a spoiler. Please read ahead. But if you already read it, or if you're not going to read this at all, if you don't care about spoilers, then you can continue watching. But please, if you care about spoilers, skip ahead. Now, in the first book, the book before this, the third book, which I don't have the second or third one because I have it on my Kindle, but the third book is The Mark of Athena, and at the end of it, the two main characters, literally the female in the OTP, was hanging off the edge of a cliff, about to fall in, while the male was like holding on to her, but then her leg was getting dragged into the cliff, into this bottomless pit, pretty much, into like hell is what it is. And pretty much she was like, let go, I don't want you to be dragged down with me. He's like, I'm not letting you go, blah, 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 blah. And so they both fall into the pit while like shouting instructions to the rest of the group to meet them at the doors of, I can't remember what it's called, the doors of death, I think is what they call it, to meet them on the outside of it, and they'll meet them on the inside of them and just kind of cross over. So yeah, literally we had to deal with that, but that's not the trolley part. The trolley part is a dedication to this, because the dedication page is him going, to my wonderful readers, sorry about the last cliffhanger. Well, no, not really. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, I love you guys. Not even kidding. Like, really. And that's just, and if you follow him on Twitter, he's a troll, and he knows it, and he loves it, and I love him for it, but then I also hate him for it. So yes, Rick Riordan, or Riordan, can't remember how you pronounce his name, love-hate relationship with him. Alright, moving on to the next sin is gluttony. What book have you deliciously devoured over and over again with no shame whatsoever? Now, I have like a book and a series for this one, and they're different for some reason, I don't know why, but the book that I have like reread and reread and reread, and I just love rereading, is Last Sacrifice, the last book in the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. And this is my favorite book in the whole series. I don't know why I just keep rereading it. It's something about the relationships between the characters that it just kind of, I'm trying to phrase this in a way that won't give spoilers to people. Might be some spoiling here, so just warning about that again. But the way that the relationship is between some characters, it's almost as if you are watching it from the beginning and you're watching it end, kind of thing. Like, you see it start from like the beginning of a relationship and go all the way to the end of the relationship, and you get to kind of experience it all in a new way, sort of. Two of the characters' relationships. I mean, like I said, I'm trying not to phrase it in a way that will give some spoilers, but I think that's the reason why I love rereading this. And when I reread books, usually I just like skip over to the parts that like are my favorite scenes and that I just want to read. And so I haven't ever really like reread a whole entire book unless I don't remember anything from the book, and it was like a couple years later I'm like, alright, and like the next book came out and I need to reread them to like learn all little details and stuff. Then that's when I like actually like sit through and reread every single scene and word and chapter and stuff. But yeah, usually I just reread my favorite scenes. But this book, favorite in the whole series. Love it. This series is amazing. Check it out. And the next series I tend to reread a lot. I don't know why that I do. It's just usually when I find myself like with nothing new to read and I want to read something, I usually gravitate toward the series. It's a really good series. I don't know if it's like, it's definitely in like my top 5 series kind of thing. I don't know why I just keep coming to only this one, but I do, and that is the Aragon series. And it is just, there's something about this series that I love. And it's not even I don't know what it is, but again, like, I do skip around some parts and stuff like that when I'm reading this, but it's just, there's something about this series that I just gravitate towards and I reread over and over and over again. I don't think I've actually reread it in a while, so I'm probably due to read it again after, like, Christmas comes and I get new books and I read all those good stuff. But, yeah, there's just something about this series that just I kind of gravitate towards and I read over and over again. The next sin is sloth, and it is, what book have you neglected to reading due to laziness? And that book would be The Book Thief. I don't know what it is about this book. I heard it was a good book, and so I bought it, and I started reading it. I don't even know how far, yeah, that's about as far as I got through. But it's just, the book seems like I start reading it, and it seems really good, but I don't know what it is, but I just can't continue reading it. Like, it seems good, and the description looks good, and I didn't see the movie, but the movie trailer looked good. Like, it seems like I would really enjoy this book, but I don't know why. I just don't, I don't read it. Like, I don't know why. I think every single time I start reading it, a new book in another series comes out, and it's like, oh, I have to read that because it's the new one in the series and stuff. But there's just, I don't know, it's just something about this book that I just haven't read yet, and this has probably been on my shelf for more than a year, and I don't know what it is about this book, but I just haven't read it yet, so hopefully sometime in the future I'll be able to read this. The next sin is pride, and it's, what book do you mostly talk about in order to sound like a very intellectual reader? That would be, alright, I am bringing it back to Aragon once again, because if you have not read this series, it is a really good series, but it is very descriptive writing, if that makes sense. It's for, I know I try to get some of my friends to read it, and they just can't read it just because it does, like, when I first started reading it, I had to have, like, my full divided attention to it, and usually when I'm reading, I like to have, like, noise going on in the background sometimes, that's just how I am. Like, if I was doing homework, I would want noise in the background, just for some reason, that's how I am. But this one, I had to have it, like, completely, like, shunned in my room, no noise, like, nothing coming through, just so that I could read this. But once you start reading it, it is good, but it does take a little bit to get into it, and so, yeah, usually, I guess I would say this one, just because it's very descriptive and stuff. And I will say that I am in the middle of reading Lord of the Rings, the first one, and I have the box set. I have the box set of that one, and so probably once I finish reading that, that'll take the place of this one, because that one is really a descriptive book as well, descriptive series, and that one for me was worse to start reading than this one, just because of how descriptive it is. Like, J.R.R. Tolkien, I love him, and those books and those movies, that's how I fell in love with the movies, and then I got the books finally this past few months, and I'm just starting to read them. But I love the movies forever, but it's just, reading the book, you find out that he will use like 30 words just to be like, hey, there's a brown tree over there. And he'll use 30 words just to be like, oh, the tree was this and this and this, and it glistened in the sun. And it's amazing that he's able to use those words like that, but it's hard to read. The next sin is lust. What attributes do you find most attractive in a male or female character? Now, I'm going to say what I find most attractive in a male character, and then I'm going to say what I find most wanting in a female character, like why I love female characters that are like this. So for male characters, I usually like the ones that are kind of snarky, like sarcastic and stuff like that, like sense of humor kind of things. And I mean, they don't have to be like physically strong, but I just like them to be strong in some way, like even if it's mentally or physically or even like emotionally. But it seems like I like those characters the most. The ones that have like a sense of humor and that are strong in some way. And with female characters, I love, 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 love reading a book that has a strong female character in it. And that can be, again, anything from just like physically or mentally or like emotionally. Just I love when it's like the main character is such a strong like female character, and it's just amazing because there actually isn't a lot of books about that lately. And that's why I feel like I love like Vampire Academy so much, and why I love Throne of Glass is another really good book like that. And it's just they have such strong female characters that I love to read about them. And so yeah, I guess you could say that's the reason why. And the last sin for today is envy, and that is, what books would you most like to receive? I don't know. I guess, gosh, I kind of want just more books that, right now, I want books that aren't as popular right now. Because I know, I mean, I have books like The Moral Instruments, Percy Jackson, and Divergent, and Vampire Academy, and that kind of stuff. But, I mean, right now I'm really trying to find books more like that Fairy Wars book that I was telling you guys about. The one that's, like, nobody's heard of, and hopefully it's, like, you know, good, and I like to, just kind of read about those things, just kind of like the undiscovered ones. And so lately those are the kind of books that I've been wanting and kind of finding that I'm going and buying. Ones that I just kind of, I look around on BookTube and I see ones that I've never heard of, or I've never, like, seen, and even in, like, Walmart or Target, like, those bookstores that only have, like, the popular books. And so those are the ones that I've been finding I'm wanting lately. Like, The Fifth Wave, I'm definitely going to be getting that for Christmas, or I'm going to be buying that around Christmas time when I get some more money, because that is, it's talked a lot about on BookTube, but it's not, you don't see it a lot out in stores and stuff like that. So that is something that I really want to get. And just, like I said, those kind of books that are kind of undiscovered and you don't really hear about all that much. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been fun for me, just to sit here with my lovely little bookshelf over here and just talk about amazing books with you guys. So don't forget to like the video if you liked this, and like it if you want to see a bookshelf tour. I really, like I said, I really want to do that when sometime in the future when I get another bookshelf and I get more books. But like it if you want to see that, and comment down below with your answers to the questions, or if you make a video, don't forget to post a link down below in the comments so I can go and see it, because I really want to see y'all's recreation of these videos. Or you can tweet me at fangirl_nerd, just like it's spelled here, and you can tweet me the link there and I can see it there, because like I said, I really want to see y'all's interpretation of all this stuff. So yeah, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one for the future. And speaking of, before we leave and before I forget, some exciting news. My friend Paige, she's going to be kind of like an admin on this page. I can't talk today. She's going to be like that on this page, to where she's going to be posting her own videos on this page, and then we'll also be posting videos of like collaborations between just us two, which we're going to be calling Rage Time, because it's kind of like it's our little ship name. It's an inside joke, like whenever we do something we're like, oh yeah, Rage, like R-A-I-G-E, Rachel Paige, yeah. But she's going to be posting some videos of her own. I don't know when she's going to start doing that, when she's going to be starting doing that. But that's going to be happening sometime soon, so you guys can look for that. That'll be really interesting. I'm really happy to, it's going to be really fun to see her videos and stuff like that. And also, Tuesdays, I'm going to be posting Random Fangirling, which is another kind of segment, I guess you could say, I'm going to be doing, which is pretty much, I'm just going to be choosing a random topic and I'm going to be talking about it and just sharing my feelings on the subject. So you can comment down below, or you can tweet me any like subjects you want me to talk about. That would be really awesome, so I can get, you know, hear what you guys want, so I will know what you guys want to hear from me. And yeah, I'm really excited because I just want to, you know, boost more content on this channel and get more videos for you guys. So I can't wait for more videos. I don't know about y'all, but I will see you guys in another video. So later. Bye.